It's not new. It's not new at all. Hang on. No.
Robbie likes Pokemon. Tom and Jay just go along. After hours at the restaurant, talking about what we want. Sitting here by the beer tap. This is What's the Haps with Much Lax Attack.
At some point, I want to incorporate like a new intro song each season, basically saying that we're going to have multiple seasons, that the podcast is going to... All right, so I want to talk about something before we really get in gear, something that wasn't necessarily on the docket.
Are you going to introduce the guests?
So this is What's the Haps, and I am joined by the likes of Tom.
Hello.
And Jay Falcone.
Hello.
And before we really get into the gears and guts of the podcast, I would like to talk about something really, really freaking serious. I want to talk about mental health. I want to talk about mental health because
I see where we're going with this. Heavy.
Over 1 in every 5 people, more than 1 in 5 people suffer from some sort of mental illness, and 1 in 25 people suffer debilitating mental illnesses, such as bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, or major depression. Now, I'm sharing these stats with you because over the past couple months, I've been dealing with some pretty gnar depression. And it's hard to talk about. It's really hard to discuss because I'm just like...
There's always ice cream.
Jay, for the listener at home, Robbie just said this extremely heavy thing, and then Jay continued to finish enjoying his delicious ice cream.
It was literally the last drops of ice cream.
And the look Robbie gave him, this is when you're going to scrape up the last of your ice cream.
I'm here. We're all here.
So, like, the last couple months, I've been dealing with some pretty gnar depression. Now, I wouldn't say it's nothing like really serious, like as every depressed person would say. I wouldn't do anything, but it's still there, and I've been dealing with it, and it's just hard because I'm naturally a very emotional person, but where do you draw the line between like being just like an emotional guy and just like fuck, I'm depressed? So it becomes like difficult to talk about. You know?
Well, thanks for telling us, man.
It's hard to deal with, and I've been dealing with it in a positive manner, other than like the alcoholism.
Well, I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
I got like an ice creamism.
Yeah.
But no, I just want to talk and just be all like, you know, a lot of people. Like if you look at those stats, 1 in 5 people. 1 in 5 people in the United States deal with some sort of mental illness, and 1 in 25 deal with a debilitating illness. That's pretty messed up. But I feel like, and this is my own personal opinion, but I feel like everyone should talk to someone, even if you don't have like a diagnosed mental disorder, mental illness. Because the most important thing is that you have someone to talk to. Like, over the past couple of months, I've been dealing with a lot of stress and a lot of just like some real hard depression. And I like I said, I deal with it in a positive manner. And it just feels like there's this huge weight on my chest, and it's difficult. But as long as I have people I can talk to about how I'm feeling, like it's hard because I want to vent to people. I want to vent about my problems, but then you realize vents just lead to other fucking rooms. And I don't want to have to put my baggage, my problems, or my issues on anyone else. Hang on a second. Let me turn my phone on. Do not disturb. But no. Yeah.
Well, don't worry about that, man. You can always talk to us.
I know. It's just difficult because I don't like making my problem someone else's problem. But the thing is, you really need to. You need to have friends, family members, loved ones. Everyone should talk to someone about how they're feeling or where they're at in life, you know? Because that's like the most important thing. And I know that therapy and medication, those things aren't for everybody. Each individual is different and special in their own ways. You know, we're all different and we all operate differently. But the one thing that is the most important, in my opinion, for everybody, even people without diagnosed mental disorders, is that we talk. We talk about how we're feeling. We find someone to just talk to. And that is so goddamn important, because if you leave that shit bottled up, mental illness is just like any other sort of illness. If you leave it untreated, it will infect the rest of your body and it will kill you.
I agree, man. Like I've been through some, I don't know. I mean, I told you briefly about my like history, but I went through some pretty gnarly fucking trauma, and I remember I made the conscious decision right then and there. I was like, I'm going to start talking about this like right now. I was like, I'm not gonna keep this inside. I'm gonna describe what I've experienced like as soon as I can, and I'm not gonna stop doing it. And I can tell you, I'm really glad I made that decision, because if I had just like never acknowledged about the stuff I experienced and witnessed, like it would still just be like inside, and I would be way more fucked than I am right now.
That's the thing. You have to acknowledge how you're feeling. You gotta acknowledge. You gotta just put it out there, how you're feeling, what's wrong with you. And nothing's wrong with you. I retract that statement. You just got to have someone you need to talk to. And, you know, you might have a weight on your chest, on your shoulders, but people can help you lift that weight off, you know? And it might be difficult. It might be hard. It's hard to talk to people about your feelings and this deeply personal stuff, but it needs to be out there. Otherwise, it'll infect you. Just like any other illness, it'll infect you, and you need to talk to someone. And I understand. I said it before. I'll say it again. Therapy, medication, not for everyone, but I personally believe everyone should try therapy. Even people who aren't like depressed or deal with any sort of diagnosed like mental illness. And if that doesn't work, fuck it, man. You got to find someone. Just find someone to talk to, you know, because everybody's life is important. Whether or not you think it is, it is. Now let's talk about some fucking Harambe.
Well, that was beautiful, Robbie.
Harambe. We're talking about Harambe tonight.
That guy.
What I want to know about Harambe is why did it take this? Why was everybody talking about that so much? Why was it such a fad to talk about Harambe?
We'll get into that.
We're going to peel back the layers of this onion.
Yeah, and you know what? We might shed a few tears.
I like what you did.
Oh,
there.
God knows I was getting ready to. But no, I watched a short video about Harambe that like kind of opened my eyes, or so much just made me ask more questions, because I learned some things that I didn't know about.
So as far as I understand, just to be clear, Harambe was a gorilla at a zoo, and a little kid fell in there, and then they killed the gorilla so that it wouldn't kill the kid. Is that what happened?
That is the short and sweet, but we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Okay. And what, they threw like some grenades at him or something? Or they used like a rocket launcher? How did they kill him?
Why couldn't they just trank him or something?
I think I don't know.
Tranked him too much.
I thought there was a thing about they couldn't tranquilize him because it wouldn't take effect rapidly enough.
That would make sense, sure.
Okay, so let me get into this. Harambe was a 17-year-old silverback gorilla who just celebrated his 17th birthday.
He celebrated it?
He could drive.
No, it was literally...
He was going to graduate high school.
It was literally the day after his 17th birthday.
Had a little hangover.
Yeah.
So this little kid said, I want to go into the exhibit with the gorilla.
Is that true, or did the kid just accidentally fall in?
It was no accident on the kid's part, but no, that is like, I'm paraphrasing here, but that's what the mother said. The kid said, and she was all like, no, you are not. No,
Good
no,
call.
no. And her attention was off the child for like a couple of seconds or a minute, perhaps. And this kid somehow like climbed through a vent or something and fell into a moat. So you got this kid, fell in. You got Harambe coming to check him in.
How old was the kid?
About 3 or 4 years old.
Okay.
So everyone sees Harambe checking on this kid.
Was Harambe checking on the kid to be like, hey, are you okay, buddy?
Yes.
I mean, it's not uncommon that gorillas kill people.
I mean, he didn't go up to this kid and think.
Right.
He didn't
Robbie
Donkey
is
Kong him?
Yeah, we don't need
smashing.
that. Yeah. No, he was worried about the child.
Like a paternal instinct.
Yeah.
I would like to say just real quick, you said the word child now a couple times, and I just want to say, in honor of my man Cormac McCarthy, who died today,
R.I.P.
I would
Cormac
like to
McCarthy.
say, see the child, which is the opening line of perhaps the great American novel Blood Meridian or The Evening Redness in the West. So cheers.
Cheers.
Here, can I have my drink? We
Cormac
got to cheers
McCarthy.
for that.
Cheers.
Yeah, Cormac
Cheers to
McCarthy.
Cormac McCarthy and Harambe while we're at it.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
Harambe.
one for Cormac. But anyway, back to Harambe.
Harambe. So everyone sees this kid in the ape exhibit with Harambe, and Harambe's checking on the kid. He's not, like I said, he's not like smashing kid.
No, he was like feeding him a banana.
And then everyone's screaming and yelling, so he's getting nervous. He's like, oh.
Okay.
So he grabs the kid, brings him out of the water, to which the zoo staff determined that if we trank him, he could just like
Yeah.
murk the kid.
Yeah, he could do like a Lenny.
So I
Good reference.
up my
Thanks.
men.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. I didn't look this up, so I don't have this information on hand about how they killed him,
I think they shot him with like a rifle.
like an actual gun as opposed to
think-
like a trank gun.
I think so.
I assume so. That's what I assume. But there is some facts about Harambe you might not have known that I myself did not know. One of the first facts was he literally just celebrated his 17th birthday.
I take issue with whether or not the gorilla himself was actually celebrating.
They gave him.
I know they're extremely intelligent
They gave
and
him.
human-like.
No, I'm pretty sure they gave him a bunch of like fruits and whatnot. I
Yeah,
don't know.
probably in the shape of a cake. I've seen that happen on the internet.
But did you guys know about Harambe's mother and brother?
No, Hamambe? That was pretty good.
This is a dead gorilla we're talking about, Tom. I want you to calm down.
We're probably
all
talking
right?
about 2 dead gorillas. I don't know how long
three.
gorillas. How long do
At this
gorillas
point,
last?
stop. Calm down. No, Harambe's mother and brother, when I think he was just one,
Haram, bro.
they were fucking killed, Tom.
All of them?
Yeah.
The whole family?
Yeah. Yeah. So what happened was someone left a tank of like chlorine and stuff next to a heating vent, and it was basically just poison gas, and they died.
Oh
Tom.
my god!
And you're throwing jokes around like haram bro and haram mom. No, seriously though, this zoo in Texas literally.
Oh, it's Texas. That makes sense.
They put a chlorine canister of some sort or something or another, and they have poison gas. Harambe's
chlorine
mother
will kill you.
Did you know in Texas there is more tigers in captivity by privateers than in the wild of the world?
Really?
That's a crazy
That's
statistician.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, those people can S a D for all I care.
For real.
But
Unless they like that. Then they should do something they don't like doing.
very good. Very good. Sucking a dick, telling someone to suck a dick, that's a microaggression against,
gay people.
Yeah, those guys.
Or even just anybody who likes to suck dicks.
Could be
taking a turn for the words, gentlemen.
Yeah.
People love sucking dicks.
Some
and
people
everybody
enjoy that. And you know what? If you do, you have a good time. You have a good time. All right.
Back to these dead apes.
This episode might have the highest views or the lowest views.
Yeah.
But no, back to Harambe. There's actually a kind of happy ending. So after Harambe died, the zoologists or the scientists they took his guys.
Oh, they took his guys? Did they clone him?
No, they took his guys.
Like artificially inseminated.
So they took his guys so that this family lineage or the genetics or whatever would be able to live on.
Wow, so there's like more. There's like spawn of Harambe around.
I don't know if there is spawn. I didn't actually look into that. But as far as I know, there is a vial somewhere.
I think we should go find those and kill them too.
Stop!
Before they do any harm.
No! Bad, Tom. Bad. No more of that.
But like, what would the story have been if it was like zookeepers watch as gorilla dismembers small child?
Okay, but here's the thing. No, this is going back. We'll go back.
And if it seems like that wasn't the case.
No. So like the thing is, you asked me earlier why everyone was constantly talking about this when this happened around 7 years ago in 2000. It was 2016.
Okay.
And the thing is, Harambe wasn't hurting anyone. He wasn't hurting the child. He was worried about the child.
Right.
And then you got PETA, and then you get just like general animal lovers, you know? So the reason it was talked about so much because the zookeepers really didn't need to kill this beautiful gorilla.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I'm assuming we've all been to zoos and you've seen like you go through the great ape house or whatever. It's just extremely depressing.
Yeah.
They're clearly so intelligent and they're just in this place that they don't want to be. And they just try to it's
I went to a zoo in on Halloween night or the night before Halloween a couple years back, and near the end of it there were these monkeys, chimpanzees, some primate of some sorts, and they were just in the windows, like they had their own like exhibit and whatnot inside a building or whatnot, and they were just in the windows just like looking, you know. Just I feel I have such conflicted feelings about zoos and whatnot because like, god damn,
yeah,
I want to see those aminals. You know? Mm-hmm. I want to see them up close and personal, but at the same time, I also want to make sure they're being cared for properly.
Or like, you ever see like there's like a big cat or something in like a small enclosure and there's just like a worn dirt path around the perimeter of the thing it's in. Like all it's been doing is just walking in circles over and over and over and over again. Like that's horrible.
If anything, that is making my depression worse.
Well, I apologize. Sometimes they got like a butterfly. You can go through the butterfly room.
That's cool.
That's cool. Look at all these butterflies.
And then you got
the
butterflies. Bird exhibits like that.
Yeah, birds are cool.
Where like you walk through the birds and it's like a big ass greenhouse.
Yeah.
And then I just got a whole bunch of anxiety because I'm like,
the Syracuse one has one of those.
Don't want to step on one.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I almost stepped on a little toad.
Jaybird, I want to hear
you sing a song.
A Jaybird original song right off the spot. Freestyle that shit.
Let's give him a topic. Going to the ice cream store.
Ice cream store, the song as portrayed by J. Dieter Schneigen.
Okay.
Na 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 na.
Okay.
Na na na.
Starting to feel it.
Na na na.
All right.
Na na na.
Working at the roads, having a hard night, thinking about going to Scoops, right across the road. Panda pause, panda pause, panda, 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 panda pause. Not a cone, not for me. Put it in a bowl with some syrupy. That's what I got. This beat is hot. Go to Scoops, right across from the CBG, and I'm out.
Nice. So you're not a cone guy.
I love
They get too messy.
If you had to eat it,
every
would you
second
go
of that.
waffle or what the other one?
Oh,
is?
sugar wafer?
Yeah.
Sugar wafer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I feel the only acceptable answer is waffle cone.
I used to get Froyo waffle cones at Ithaca College.
Dude,
That shit was fire.
I'm going to tell you what. So my cousin Eric and this other gentleman, Matt, they own one of those Froyo buffet bar thing. You know, where you go and you, like, pick your Froyo, and then they got, like, the condiments, and then they, like, you weigh them out, essentially, like, at the end.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, yeah. Yes, I've seen these places.
So you'd go and you'd get, like, whatever kind, and they would make all the Froyo from scratch.
I
So
got a problem with the term froyo.
whatever. Frozen yolk.
Thank you.
Okay. But, I mean, I don't understand, like, why it didn't work. Because, I mean...
Did it take off?
Well, and there was, like, a couple of them. There was one in Cortland. There was two in Ithaca. There was Smart Yogurt. And then there was, like, this franchised one. And I don't understand it. Because, I mean, you could go... You get anything you want, and then they had all the toppings, you know. So they had the cookies and the crumblies, and like, you know, Sour Patch Kids and Nerds, and like they did fresh fruit and stuff like that. And it's just like,
and as far as I understand, people love frozen yogurt.
And like to say it's like in a college town with Ithaca College, and Cornell and Ithaca, would just like, let's just be honest, a lot of young families. And I mean, I guess like the ice cream market might be competitive. You got Purity, and then you have like all the roadside stands like in the summer.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And I think ice cream, frozen yogurt has kind of always taken a back seat to ice cream, as far as I understand.
Froyo had a big boom back in 2009, 2010.
We were just talking about it.
There was a Froyo place downtown by.
You missed that. We just talked about that.
It was what was
Smart
it?
Yogurt.
No, it wasn't Smart Yogurt.
No, that was the other one.
That was still there.
Stupid yogurt.
What was it called?
No, it was
by Firehouse
Chipotle's or whatever in that plaza.
What was that called? That was the one I went to.
Yeah, because Eric, my cousin, owned the other one, the Smart Yogurt one.
I remember Smart Yogurt one. That was down the road.
Yeah, that one.
But
I don't know if the location was as good at Smart Yogurt because it was at the end of Elmira Road versus like the one near Chipotle, which is more like in the center.
What was the name of that? Yogurtland?
Yogurtland.
Yeah, it was Yogurtland.
Because there was a Yogurtland in Cortland too.
Because at one point
next to the Metro mattress in front of Tops. I have scoped these places out, boys. I love
you
ice
like
cream.
your sweets. You like cold sweets.
At one point, they had like a crossover with Looney Tunes. You get like Looney Tune spoons, and you could collect them all, and they only had like one spoon for 1 month. And then they'd have another one. I collected a bunch of those.
Have you ever been to like a Cold Stone Creamery?
Once.
They
maybe
sing
twice.
songs there.
They sing?
Yeah, like if you come, it's kind of like when you go into Moe's. They're like,
welcome to
Moe's. And they
like,
sing like a song.
This whole spot's like frozen, and I'm just like throwing ice cream.
Could you burn yourself on those things?
Like ice burn?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like,
probably,
you know, like if you pour liquid nitrogen on your hand, you're gonna burn yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if
is it that cold?
Is it that cold? Because I mean, right? Like they would spackle it on. I've never been to.
And then they call it an anti-griddle.
Yeah. I've never been to a Cold Stone.
Jaybird?
I just know that they sing songs.
There is one, as far as I know, at the mall in Syracuse.
And they sing songs?
I don't know about songs singing. Okay, we will go there.
Let's put this back in the middle.
But isn't there like a Thai ice cream place? Don't they like spackle it on there, and don't they take like a scraper
and then it like scoops into like a roll? I've seen that happen like on
Your
TV.
birthday's in February.
Yep, I'm ready.
Next year, we're taking it.
We're going.
All right, so we're gonna move on.
And everybody's invited.
And
Everyone's
everybody listening
invited.
right now is invited.
If you made it this far, I'll buy.
No, hang on a second. Not everyone is invited. Everyone who subscribes invites. Show me that subscribe button.
Give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs
Yeah.
up. Hit that like button. Destroy
ring
that
that
like
bell.
button. Take a brick and slam it on that like button until your phone is nothing but glass shards. Moving on, everyone's favorite subject.
Doing my beer.
That was my. I got that there. Okay, so we're doing Pokemon real or fake. We're going straight to the Pokemon real or fake, where our viewers and the two guest speakers. I gotta write the board down.
Speaker.
Jay, Tom. Point systems. They have to look at a Pokemon and determine whether or not that Pokemon is real or fake. Let me turn this around for you guys. First Pokemon we have.
Munchlax.
I feel like we make that joke every week.
This is
Ooh.
Torthouse.
Torthouse.
That's a cool name.
It is cool.
Kind of reminds me of Toll House.
Yeah, like the cookies.
Yep.
It is a turtle with a shell on its back that is a house.
It's got kind of like a Mesoamerican vibe.
Yeah,
And I see a candy corn on its head.
that's not a
I
candy
hate
corn.
candy corn.
Right?
Then we
We agree on that?
I do not like
I
candy.
thought you were going to say, I love candy
I
corn.
love candy corn.
Do you
That's what
really?
I was saying.
My sister.
We're not talking about candy corn right now.
Too sweet.
We'll get into this
And they're
next
just like
pod-
waxy and gross.
next podcast, guys. Move on from the candy corn.
I don't know, man. I feel like my first gut saying fake.
I feel differently.
Yeah?
I like its attitude, and so I'm gonna say real just because I like
I
I want to be buddies with.
I like the
wanna
Pendleton
be
blanket,
friends with
you know,
them?
that sort of like Navajo looking house thing. right there.
yeah.
But I'm going fake.
It's got like a friendly turtle vibe, which obviously I guess it's a turtle,
It's a tortoise.
and I love turtles.
It's a tortoise.
And-
I saw two turtles yesterday.
House.
Oh, like tortoise.
Tortoise.
On
In the UK, they say tortoise.
K Grande.
They'd say.
Yeah, K Grande.
They'd say tort flat.
Yeah, tort flat. Yeah, I'm saying real on tort flat.
I'm saying fake.
Jay, you're saying fake. Tom, you're saying real.
Yeah.
In terms of whether or not this Pokemon is real or fake, Torthouse is a fake Pokemon.
Damn.
Jay gets a point.
All right, taking
Jay
an early
gets a
lead.
point. Yeah.
Usually we go together on this, but I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking he wasn't real.
I should have. I don't know. I don't know.
Next up,
It looked a little too scripted.
we have Greninja. Greninja.
It's wearing a.
Dude, that's fashionable.
Looks
though.
like it has a tongue
shawl on
scarf.
there. No, I would say it's like a shawl. It's like a accessory.
It looks kind of menacing.
It is
Yeah.
a water dark type Pokemons.
It's got frog vibes. See, here's the problem. If I keep voting in terms of whether or not I love the animals it resembles, that didn't work. I love turtles, and that wasn't real. And I also love frogs. So I don't know.
Mildly hates frogs.
Really?
Call out to Ashley. Ashley, if you're listening, I love you. She's probably not listening.
But it's okay that she hates frogs.
If she is,
What do you
she'll
got
comment
against
Maybe
down
one
below.
jumped into her mouth when she was a kid or something, and it grossed her out.
No, her sister threw a frog at her and it got caught in her.
That was close.
I know the whole story.
I was close. I don't know. All I gotta say is I love frogs.
I think I'm real on this guy.
I think that way too, because I love frogs.
Just because I love frogs, not that I see this as a real Pokemon.
Dude, I just think it's an interesting like getup that guy's got going on. He's like got knee pads and elbow pads,
Mm.
and he's got kind of like a little bow tie on his brain.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Kind of like a paper airplane head.
It kind of looks like a transformer a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's almost got like the Decepticon logo like on its brain,
Yeah.
on its face.
I can't get over that tongue scarf
The
though.
tongue scar.
Right, like it could actually be its tongue.
It looks like it, and
But it-
frogs are very tongue forward.
All right,
Right.
guys, where are we landing on this?
What do you say, real?
I think we're both saying real, yeah.
Yeah, real.
In terms of real or fake, this is a real Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through the whole fucking thing. But no, This is one of the, like, I'd say, like, top 10 best Pokemons.
Like in terms of like power and cards and like whatever else.
Like, this is one of the most favorited Pokemons in the franchise.
So, like, in a fight?
Yeah, and yes, that is its tongue as a scarf.
Nice.
He is a ninja.
That's cool.
He's a freaking
He's like
ninja.
Gene Simmons, right?
No, there is a
He's like the
no,
Gene Simmons of
We already have
yeah,
kissed
yeah.
one.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
No, we had that. Gene Simmons is Obstagoon.
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I must have been absent for that
In
one.
terms of
was that
long
last week?
tongue, no.
That was
I think that was like one of the first ones.
It was, and it was shiny too. So
Just drinking so much.
I need to
soda water. What do you got to do, buddy?
I need to show more shiny Pokemon.
Okay.
Because
Shine on.
Obstagoon, what the time I showed Obstagoon, it was shiny. Next
Ooh.
up,
Show them how the sausage is
Oh,
made.
no, I don't like
it's
that
a
one.
teacup.
This is Sinistea,
No, I just.
a ghost type Pokemon that
My
has
first-
possessed a teacup.
My first thought is negative on that one.
The like everyday object ones are always tricky.
Yeah. I just.
But what type have they always been?
I don't feel that guy. I mean.
I'm saying ghost, Tom.
Is that a ghost type?
Yeah, it's a ghost type Pokemon. It's called Sinistea.
So it's
It
like
is
a dead teacup? Is that why it has like a chip out of it where some of its tea brain is spilling out?
guys.
Is that how it died?
This might be a first, but I think it's a ghost fairy. No, it's straight ghost. It's mono ghost type.
Wait, so if he's saying it's this or that, maybe he's trying to let the cat out of the bag.
Maybe, but I think he could be just trying to trick us.
I'm not trying to trick you guys. I legitimately don't know the type, but I could
Rob
also
is
not
doing
know the type
something
of
weird.
a fake Pokemon. It knows a lot of fairy type moves, so
You look like you know a lot of fairy type moves right now. I don't know what you're doing over there, bud.
I'm trying to figure out in my mind. But you guys need to be figuring
First
out. In
inclination is fake, because I mean,
it's a teacup.
I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about how the artistry of this last one, and then I'm looking at this teacup thing, and they just
What is going on over there?
It's holding its pinky out like a proper
Oh,
English lad.
Is that what it is, or is that just
Holding,
like,
it's holding. That's how you hold up your tea. How do you drink your tea? Do you not put your pinky out when you
Oh,
drink tea?
I drink with my pinky in the air all the time.
me too, dude. I put my pinky out quite frequently.
That's
Like,
how
I'm
we
not gonna
know.
lie.
I'm kind of doing it right
That's
now.
what
Like,
kind of like bougie like that,
Yeah.
or bourgeoisie.
cheers, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're gonna say fake. I'm on the fence with this one. I guess to throw a pepper in the gumbo, I'm gonna say real if you're gonna say fake.
All right, pepper it up, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Sinistea is not a fake Pokemon. It's real.
Did I say real?
Wow.
Yeah,
you
well,
said
we're
real.
tied.
You guys are tied up at this point. And I
Tied.
legitimately can't remember if it's a mono ghost type or fairy ghost type. But moving onward.
Say it again.
Ooh,
Wow.
This is Walking Wake.
dude, it's like a bird
This is Walking
with a lion's mane,
Yeah, but
and then an octopus tail.
Dinosaur, octopus, lion bird.
Name is Walking Wake. It is a water dragon
Seems like a water
Pokemon.
I like it.
Water dragon makes me think of one time. This is when I was living in North Carolina, and I was walking home from work, and it was like a long walk, and I had to go through the middle of downtown, and I was walking past this bar that had like outdoor seating, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get a beer. I just got out of work, so I sat down outside, and there was this couple next to me, this extremely southern man and woman, and they were kind of arguing. And I was just sitting there drinking my beer, kind of trying to ignore them. And then there was some silence after they kind of like were done with that part of the argument. And then I guess in an attempt to kind of smooth things over, she said, it's the year of the water dragon. And he goes, ain't no water dragon. And she goes, the hell there isn't. And he goes, fire dragon. And she goes, water dragon, damn it. And he said, what the hell you talking about, you ass?
What the hell are either of them talking about?
It was one of the funniest. Ain't no water dragon.
no water-
The hell there isn't.
Tommy, that sounds like quite the
All
story.
right.
And he's a
I love-
fire dragon. Like, of course, that's a thing, but water dragon.
If I were to write a review on that story, I'd say 5 stars, kept me entertained, kept me at the edge of my seat. But here's the thing, seat was the last word in that review. Walking Wake.
I gotta say fake.
You
More
know
like walking fake.
Dude, water dragon. That's a fire
Ain't
dragon.
no water dragon. The hell there isn't.
I'm gonna go fake too.
So you both going fake?
Well, you know, as my good friend Tommy said, if we're making gumbo, I'm gonna throw a pepper in that pot. I'm gonna go real. Why not?
You're going real, Jay?
Yep.
Tom, you're saying fake?
Correct.
Walking Wake is a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Jay
Yeah, buddy.
takes the lead.
The
This
pepper
is gonna be
in
a
the
good
pot.
gumbo,
I
man.
like
Okay.
it.
If we're
Real
making
quick,
gumbo.
this is a Paradox Pokemon.
I could
So this
smell
is-
that from a mile away.
So
I was gonna say that.
this is a prehistoric version of an already established Pokemon, Suicune.
Suicune.
You know, I'm glad that we get the origin story of every Pokemon.
Yeah.
This
You know,
is
I
Yeah.
Yeah, nah,
There you are
yeah.
saying.
Stakataka,
Stack Attacka.
See, like
a
first
rock
glance,
steel type Pokemon.
I want to say that guy's fake.
I kind of wanted to say real.
We're all over. We're against each other on this one, but
Yeah.
never against each other. He looks
No,
like just
yeah,
a
we're
bunch of
always-
cardboard
No, in the
boxes. Like,
first couple some odd episodes, you were against each other, but then you teamed up against me, and then you got that
Yeah.
no hitter.
That was the most amazing
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
so far, I
Yeah.
think.
So
I like the look of it. I want to hear what it sounds like when it walks around.
does he sound like a robot almost? Like,
Does it
oh,
look-
you remember BattleTech? You remember that role playing game?
Battletech.
Well, I mean, you're a role playing guy.
I mean, yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
I don't
but
remember Battletech.
Yeah, so you'd like build your like battle bot, or whatever, and you roll for like dexterity and
Yeah.
you know just
All that jazz.
ask.
at some point, I want to turn the podcast into a Dungeons and Dragon campaign.
That would
Type
be
in
fun.
the comment section. I heard that. If you made it this far,
I heard
his name
that.
is Stakataka. Is a steel and rock type Pokemon.
I'm saying more like real type. I'm full of those things tonight.
No,
Yeah.
no one's laughing at that, Tom.
I am.
Literally, no one is laughing at that.
I'm laughing at it inside my heart.
All right. So I retract my statement that no one is, because I'm not calling you a nobody, Tom.
Thanks, man. I appreciate. You know, your validation means a lot to me.
I'm only yelling because I don't want it to seem like
Yeah. I get it.
far away, because it will sound like that. All right, guys. Stakataka. Real. Fake. J.
Going fake.
Fake.
Saying real.
Real. In terms of whether or not this Pokemon is real or fake, one of you is right. One of you is wrong. The person who is right, Jay, did you say real?
Nope.
Tom, you said real.
I did, yeah.
So, Jay, you said fake.
Mm-hmm.
On my edge of my seat.
Final answer.
Oh, Tommy tied it up.
It's a real Pokemon,
Wow.
guys. It's an Ultra Beast.
Dude,
Ultra
I
Beast.
feel Ultra Beast right now.
I'm glad that we tied.
Yeah.
Is that
I
it?
know. I feel like the Beast because you guys just tied it up.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good game.
Like you got the same amount, right?
Give me
Yeah.
a
I'm
brewski.
proud of you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
I am proud of you guys.
Thanks, Robbie.
You know what? And I felt like competitiveness was there.
Yeah, we weren't just kind of, well, I'll go along with whatever you think.
Yeah, and also you guys weren't teaming up against me, so that was nice for me.
Yeah.
Moving onward.
Why did you just go over there and then back?
I didn't want to be in your way.
Oh, thanks, Robbie.
So Jay, real quick.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, what's going on?
So last week you weren't here
I was here in spirit.
You were here. You were just
for
cooking.
the newest segment of the podcast called The Line Game.
Oh, I love the line game.
I
Is this
got
the two words?
Yeah, 2 words from a movie. Oh, are we doing more of that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this game so much.
So I'm giving Jay and Tom 2 words from very famous movies.
I feel like Tommy's gonna be good at this game.
I'm a movie guy.
Tommy is already established in the last podcast episode that he knows what he's talking about.
I love movies.
Oh, yeah,
Because
in lore.
I tested these movie lines on multiple people, and they were kind of fucking stumped. But then when I threw it at Tom during the podcast last week, he just
didn't even think about it.
Pew, pew, pew,
Even better
pew,
than Pat
pew.
Burke.
Well, he had given some of them to Pat Burke beforehand because he didn't know that.
Yeah,
But he didn't know that Rick was going to be
he was-
on the podcast.
Rick was one of the...
I know. He's
Yeah,
such
Rick-
a shyster. He's nefarious, really.
Nefarious.
Yeah, no, I told Rick about it before the podcast happened, and
That's such a Rick thing to do.
It's Sue Rick,
Silly Rick.
classic
Super
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, if you're hearing this, comment. I heard that with everyone else.
I heard that.
But no, I'm giving the contestants 2 lines from very famous movie quotes, and it is up to them to fill in the blanks.
To fill in the blanks.
Wait, so you give us 2 words and we have to say what the whole quote is and what movie it's from, right?
I don't have the movies written down on the quotes this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just the whole, okay.
I mean, you can name the movie.
Okay.
Like if I was like Yippee-Ki-Yay, and you were like,
Yeah.
That was definitely one of them. That was
from
I mean, not one of the ones that I wrote down, but that was...
And the
that
full
was
quote
one of
is
the ones I was
Yippee-ki-yay,
considering.
motherfucker.
Because it's only...
Die hard. What, Robbie?
oh, we were just listening to the angels riding.
Yeah, no, let's get into this. Let's get into this.
The line game.
I have about like 10 lines.
Oh my god.
All right. First one. The money.
Show me the money, Jerry Maguire.
At some point, Tom, I'm going to need you to give Jay just like a couple seconds.
We're competing, are we not?
No, not at this point. No. You're
Oh.
working in tandem with one another.
Okay, well then we got it.
You nailed it.
All right, a really easy one. Coming at you. All right.
Wait, that's the 2 words is all right.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I said,
all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So
McConaughey.
this is McConaughey from
Yeah.
Dazed and
Dazed and
Confused.
No, we
Confused.
never announced it. We just kind of went, yeah,
All right.
All right. Next one. Be back.
I'll be back.
Terminator.
Mm-hmm. Stinking paws.
Oh, that's Planet of the Apes. Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape. Charlton Heston says it.
Okay.
He's up in like a net.
This is
Sparta 300.
I don't know. This is.
You say it, Jay.
This is.
This is
Sparta. Oh.
Yeah, Jay, yeah!
This
I don't-
is the spot, and then he kicks the guy.
Yeah, when he kicks him off the thing. I don't think I've ever really seen that
I never
movie.
saw it either, but
I
people
don't think
wouldn't.
I've ever watched. I
people.
saw Meet the Spartans, so I
Yeah.
I mean, I remember like scenes of the movie because like it's like quoted all the time and there's memes about it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I don't think I've ever seen.
I think I went to high school with a guy who I think basically like found out he was gay because of that movie.
and then you got the parody movie, which
Yeah.
so to quick segue real quick into something completely different. They don't make parody movies like they used to. No, you remember watching
Scary movie.
Yeah.
I never saw a Scary Movie.
Meet the Spartans was another one of those parody movies, and that movie was exceedingly gay.
Well, I guess that was one of the big jokes. It's all just like beefcake, like guys in like
like the whole thing
whatever
is
they were wearing.
when the Spartans,
because they would have been naked anyway, really in real life.
when
I
the
think,
Spartans like greeted each other, they would.
loincloths?
I don't think so.
They just
Maybe I don't know. I know that like
in the
I know,
motion
like
picture,
Norse warriors were all
in the
naked all
motion
time.
picture, Meet the Spartans, they would greet females, buy a nice crisp high five, and the males by a deep open mouth kiss.
That's pretty funny.
But moving onwards, moving on in the the line game. Shall not.
Oh, you shall not pass, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
Just so worried that you guys
this is actually a fun one.
Yeah, I like a line game. I'm sorry that I'm kind of bogarting.
No, dude, you're fine.
That was a compliment.
In the Fellowship,
It was a compliment.
He says-
insult. This is actually really good. Oh, fuck you.
oh, I see.
What happened?
He's accusing you of giving a backhanded compliment by indicating surprise that this was a segment you enjoyed.
Oh. I'm like,
Oh, this is actually really fun.
Yeah.
no, it is. I like this one.
Unlike the rest of everything Robbie does.
I didn't say that.
To infinity.
And beyond.
And beyond.
Yup, you guys
Toy
are getting
Story.
it. The truth.
You can't handle
You can't
the truth.
handle the truth.
Yes. Fucking
The whole freaking system is out of order.
That was really good. He nailed it. Like,
Yeah.
they were all good in that. But Nicholson, when he's like on the stand,
I love Nicholson.
yeah, dude.
And I love to do an impression of Nicholson. I don't know if the people out there in podcast world can appreciate my impression of Jack Nicholson.
You should talk like him all.
I'm gonna skip.
Sometimes I do, like on my days off, and my sister gets very annoyed.
I'm gonna skip a couple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip a couple. So serious. I know.
That's
Why so serious?
Fucking goddamn Heath
That's
Ledger as the
Batman.
Joker.
I did it with the accent. I did it.
Everybody was
twice.
gonna get it anyway.
Yeah. All right.
What did you skip?
Fucking California.
Fucking California.
Fucking California.
Ooh, I think I stumped the
I
boys.
think you might have.
Point to Rob.
Fucking California.
Fucking California.
So that's like a Nicolas Cage kind of reference almost. You know?
Whoa.
Fucking California.
That sounds like walking.
No, that sounds like some stoner dude.
Fucking California.
Like Johnny Depp.
And then he's
Leaving Las
shaking his
Vegas?
head back
like,
and forth
Like
rapidly.
Fear and Loathing?
No, that wasn't.
No, Leaving Las Vegas was Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing was Johnny Depp.
Depp.
Yeah, it was Benicio del Toro.
Neither of those people. Fucking California.
He sound like a soprano or something like that. I don't know what you're
Are you
doing.
guys stumped?
I'm stumped.
Yeah.
Are you guys? You concede?
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out.
Die Hard.
Really? Wait,
Which
so
Die
that
Hard?
was your Bruce Willis impression?
Fucking California.
When does he say that?
When?
Oh, when he's flying. Like, right? Like, he's...
And he's just entering California, and he's seeing like,
Oh, because it's Nagasaki building, and there's no snow, and there's all the people and whatever.
and people are being like kooky because it's California. He's like,
Fucking California.
Oh, interesting.
could have been in Pennsylvania fishing.
Honestly, I think this is gonna sound fucking crazy, but I think I've only seen Die Hard like one time.
That
like,
is fucking
like when
crazy.
I was a kid.
Die Hard is
I think they
so
talked
good.
about that in that podcast that I listened to. You know how I was saying Commando is like the ultimate
Yeah.
action movie?
Yeah,
I think they said Die Hard was the other one.
it's up there.
We don't promote other podcasts unless they show us some green.
Mhm.
If they give us money, we don't promote other podcasts.
Oh, well, I was just saying it.
No, you're fine, guy.
There's a
No,
it was a broad stroke.
Die Hard. You got, what is the name of the actor who plays the villain? He plays Snape in Harry Potter.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
May he rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. I've just been blanking on that dude's name.
He
tonight.
said he was one of the best villains of all time.
Alan Rickman's an amazing actor.
We're gonna bring up Alan Rickman later tonight.
Wait,
Dude, I
he
like
did
that.
die, right? I'm not thinking
Yeah,
of Tim
yes, he
Curry.
did. He did die.
Okay.
Did
Tim
Tim
Curry.
Like,
Tim Curry also
good
died.
suits, like European cigarettes.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
Good suits and European cigarettes. Oh God, it's a good life we have.
Let's get some more lines, man.
Yo, we could do a whole podcast on mine.
I love this game.
Jay, I think you might get onto this before Tom.
Oh man,
Challenge accepted.
Male models.
Zoolander.
Yeah, my man.
I also knew that,
Yeah, but you didn't say it before Jay did.
but I don't know what's the
I'm like-
line specifically where he says male something male models.
But why male models?
Oh, and then what? This is when
model.
he's trying to explain. Will Ferrell's bad guy has to explain why he has to hypnose male models because they're so they do whatever they're told and they're really stupid or something.
That I knew what you googly was?
And then you got the So Serious, which I messed up by doing the voice. All right, so next up, right quick.
I love the line game.
The line game is fun.
Yeah, and I like that it's called the line game.
At some point, I'm gonna run out of stuff.
No, there's a million.
Nah, you can do it. You can do it.
We'll just start watching more movies.
So I was getting, into this. I was getting most of the lines from videos like 100 most famous movie quotes.
I wonder if I could.
A lot of them were black and white. And I can't assume that you've seen
Gone to the Wind and stuff like that.
Like I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot by throwing a couple of them out there, but Casablanca line, the line from Casablanca.
What, Play It Again, Sam, or at all the gin joints in the world, you had to walk into mine.
We should have that.
Or here's looking at you, kid. There's that one, yeah.
Every time an angel gets his wings.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Yeah. What is it?
Clarence? I want to live.
Oh, I can actually also do a pretty good Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart talks a little bit like this. You see, there's a certain hesitating sort of rhythm to the way that he speaks, and there's a sort of a back of the throat kind of a noise, sort of like this. You see, that Jimmy Stewart would do, and every now and then you throw in a little. You see, and then you sound like Jimmy Stewart. Would sound better if I wasn't I'm still getting my voice back. I had a bad
I feel
cough.
like Colonel Sanders could have sounded like that.
Because of Clone High, I feel like I can do a perfect JFK.
Lay it on us.
I'm getting stage fright right now for the first time.
Well, hey, this is Robbie Does a Voice, man. It's
Robbie
an unofficial segment.
Why, J Bud, why are you looking at me like that? Tom, I'm not so sure I like the smirk on your face.
It's a pretty good
And
JFK.
not only that, I don't care about the cut of your jib.
Mm-mm.
Tom.
I learned how to do Nixon from Futurama. So my impression is Billy West's impression of Nixon.
Okay, so...
is how you start. And then he'll say things like, and we'll break into people's houses at night when they're asleep and wreck up the place.
Because that played twice in that episode.
Yeah.
So
that's true. It did play twice in that one.
So that's why he would... Speaking of...
And if we don't want to pay our taxes, we're free to spend a weekend with the Pain Monster.
Speaking of Futurama, and this is something that I really specifically wanted to ask you, and I'm kind of really glad that we get to bring this up on the podcast, kind of impromptu, is I just learned about this, that there was going to be a live-action TV spin-off about Krusty the Clown. And when
What?
Yeah, there was going to be a live-action spin-off about Krusty the Clown, which he was going to still be voiced by Hank Razzle-Dazzle-Razzle-Do, the actor who voices Krusty the Clown.
Well, you're thinking of Hank Azaria.
Yeah.
Does he do Krusty?
He does Krusty.
He does a shit ton of people. He does Apu.
Everybody.
He used to do Apu.
But there was going to be a live-action spin-off TV series about Krusty the Clown and all these clowns and stuff. But instead, they chose to do Futurama. So what I want to ask you is, do you think a live-action Krusty spin-off would have done better than Futurama?
Absolutely not.
No, you don't think so?
Absolutely not.
You don't have enough faith in the voice acting and
I love Hank Azaria, but The Simpsons just needs to be dead. And we don't need any spin-offs or any of that shit.
No, this is the early 2000s.
Even by the time Futurama got started, The Simpsons was already...
Late 90s, sorry, because it was...
Simpsons was already... Well, what season was The Simpsons in when Futurama started, I wonder?
So the Futurama started around 99, 2000.
Yeah, because the whole deal was the millennium.
Mm-hmm. So The Simpsons came out around
So I guess The Simpsons was still good at that point.
Mm-hmm.
The very first episode...
Air quotes, golden age.
Yeah. The very first episode of The Simpsons aired on my birthday.
We're just going to ignore that.
Sure are. But it's Victor Arnold.
Don't say people.
Are you trying to honk on that thing?
Honk on what?
That thing in your hand?
No, maybe, yes. Yes. So what you're saying is,
I'm also saying Jay stole my goddamn red Sharpie.
as I caress the back of your head.
Don't caress me.
So no.
Jay's gonna be real confused when he comes out of the bed.
I'm not gonna lie.
Jay, we're sneaking away outside.
We're smoking a cigarette.
Was that my hair?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. No, I locked it.
You did?
Yeah. So, although I would think that the Krusty live-action spin-off would most likely fail, I am still, just super intensely curious to see how that would have panned out. Thank you.
I'm curious as well, but I just know it will be terrible. I can see it being horrible.
But then
if
again,
it's Hank Azaria dressed up as some kind of grotesque real-life version of a cartoon clown... Hank Azaria ended up doing a show called Brockmire, I believe it was called, where he played a baseball play-by-play announcer who's just this kind of depraved alcoholic dude whose life just kind of spiraled out of control. And it started off being really funny because he was kind of a Krusty the Clown type character, but then it ended up being, it just kind of got depressing and
sad.
Yeah, it was sad.
Keep in mind, Tom, that we can't throw depression around.
Oh, yeah,
we can't throw that word around willy-nilly after.
It got sad and it made you feel weird.
But no, I love Futurama, and honestly, I'm glad, I'm happy with the way things have panned out. But I am super curious to how the live-action Krusty would have panned out.
Yeah, live-action Krusty. I'm picturing this kind of weird, Uncanny Valley creep-out vibe from it. Kind of remember the TV show Dinosaurs?
Oh, God, yes. I remember that show.
And it, made you feel weird. I feel like the live-action Krusty would just make you feel weird. Is my assessment.
The same way Dinosaurs did. Remember the big bear and the big blue house?
I know the title, but I never saw it. I think it was kind of... By the time that came around, because I'm a little bit older than you.
A little bit, but we're not talking about ages.
Yeah, but I just mean when that was going around, I think I was too old for it.
I so vaguely remember that dinosaur show. But I do remember being
that was on when I was a kid.
Yeah, I do remember being creeped out by it.
It was upsetting, yeah. And when they would open their refrigerator, all this fog and weird creature arms and hands and fingers would come out. They kept the fridge stocked with horrible little creatures that they would eat, or maybe they just lived in there and the creatures would give them the food. I don't know. It was very upsetting.
I very vaguely remember that show, and all those vague memories are just
yeah. I love those hazy, vague childhood memories. I watched a movie, which was kind of the talk of the indie horror film scene for a while, called Skinamarink.
Skinamarink.
And basically, this whole movie...
It's about someone who skins his victims at a skate rink.
No, it's about these two little kids who wake up in their house and their parents are gone and all the doors and windows have disappeared. And the whole movie is shot in just weird, grainy, black and white angles of just objects around the house. And you never even really see people. Every now and then you'll see one of their feet as they walk past. And every now and then they talk, but you never really see them. And it's just pictures of objects in the house and like sounds, and it's very. I couldn't tell if I hated it or I loved it, but
And
I think
people were talking about this movie.
yes, it was a real big thing, and frankly, I couldn't stop thinking about it after I watched it because it was so strange. But I think what did it for me in that movie is that it really captured that hazy back of your memory feeling of like these things from when you were a young child and these like kind of unnamed fears that you had. It sort of like made you feel that again as an adult. And
again, the name of this movie is
Skinamarink. Yeah, so I would
after that explanation, that tail end of your explanation, I want to check that out. I remember a couple months to a year ago watching a YouTube short about people explaining this movie. And it was just a short, so I didn't get like the whole movie explanation. It was about these two kids visiting their estranged mother, estranged mother, and she's done like facial surgeries or something. And they're like, these two kids are like, the mother's not real. That's not our real mom. And it was a whole thing. And then I searched like the whole video where they explain the movie and whatnot, and it was crazy. It
sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard of that movie that you're talking about, but I've never seen it.
Spoiler alert! It had like a Fight Club-esque ending where one of the kids was already dead.
Oh shit! Well, that's more like Sixth Sense.
Okay.
The Fight Club ending was that the other guy didn't even exist. He was just in the other guy's head the whole time.
There was a 21 Pilots music video. 21 Pilots song called My Blood, where the music video shows these two kids. It starts off, they're really young. Their mother is in the hospital. It's all really sad and stuff. Then the mother is gone. And then it shows the two kids as like teenagers in high school. And the one brother is getting into all this trouble and just like making the younger brother like tag along. Right? And then throughout the music video, more and more stuff happens. And then you come to find out that the older brother never existed. It was a creation of his own fractured psyche.
Yeah, that's cool.
Keep in mind, guys, if you have any sort of mental illness, if you have anything in your life where you feel like, fuck, shit's not right, talk to someone.
Seconded.
But no, this music video had Fight Club written all over it.
Yeah.
It made me cry. One of the first times I watched it, it made me cry because I'm like, aw.
I cry at shit all the time, man.
No, like I was saying earlier tonight, like I'm a very emotional person. I cry a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Triggers. I want to talk about my triggers. Some of my triggers are, oddly enough, soldiers. Like people in war coming home to their family or surprising their...
Oh, no!
Oh, I got you. Scooch.
Oh, thanks, Robbie.
That's a party foul, Tom.
It was a party foul.
But no, like soldiers coming back to their families like, oh, this person's been in war, and fucking their sister doesn't know. And he comes out, and he's all like, oh my God. Or like people who are in the army, and they return to like their animals or some shit.
Yeah, all those like reunion videos.
Yeah. Those shit get me oddly like all teared up.
Yeah, me too, man.
Get me all in my emotions. All right, but nah. Jaybird, do you have like a type of video that gets you all in your feels? Like I said, like soldiers, people who have been shipped off seas, finally returning to their loved ones. That gets me in my feels.
I don't know, like little kids and their families and stuff like that, I guess, because I don't have any kids.
Jay.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I want some kids. I think I'd be a cool dad.
Hey, if you're single and under the age of 30, reach out to my boy Jaybird.
I like ice cream. You know what I mean? That's why.
Ice cream is nice. One of these is so next year.
Huh?
Next year, we're gonna take you to Cold Stone Creamery.
Hell yeah.
When is your birthday? I know it's in February, but February 9th?
February 20th.
20th. I was off by just that much.
You know.
No, apparently, as proven just now, I don't know, Jay.
I think it's going to be awesome.
All right, so moving onward, I would like to talk about a couple of TV shows and a movie. There are
Jay is just over the moon about this whole experience. Did you get more ice cream?
No, but I was thinking about it.
Jay, no one will look down on you if you get more ice cream.
I love ice cream.
You're kind of letting yourself go, Jay. I'm just kidding.
Tom,
Jay is an extraordinary physical.
Tom, come now. No, I want to get you guys to sign up for Big Brother or Survivor, because like when they list like the requirements, you need to be in like decent physical and mental condition, and I feel like who is in more physical condition to do like physical challenges in Survivor or Big Brother than my boy Jay.
Jay's in great shape. He's an extraordinary physical.
Jay, you would beat
you guys.
You would, Jay. No, seriously. Podcast aside, Jay, I want you to sign up for Big Brother or Survivor.
Big Brother or Survivor? What is it?
It is a reality
What's
show.
Big Brother?
Okay,
You know what Big Brother is?
No.
Really?
It's been on for like 30 years.
I know they always say Big Brother's watching.
Yeah, that's from 1984 by George Orwell.
Okay.
And the TV show is named after that concept. It's about a bunch of people who all live in a house and there's cameras all over the place. It's like a reality show.
Okay. Like Real World?
No.
It's kind of like the real world.
No.
I've never seen it.
So the idea of the TV show Big Brother is that you have cameras watching you all the time, and you have to compete against the other house guests to win the head of household. And the head of household gets to decide who is up for eviction. And then once
So
the
it's like
eviction,
getting voted off the island.
yeah, they get voted out of the house. They get evicted. And
I'll take the physical challenge.
Yeah, Jay, you would.
Double dare.
Yeah.
All right, so moving onward.
We should have a double dare. Physical challenge.
So we're going to talk about a couple of TV shows and also a movie about a very specific trope in entertainment called Evil Superman.
Evil Superman?
Evil Superman.
He kind of looks like Tom Selleck.
He looks a lot like Tom Selleck.
He's like Tom Selleck's
That's
brother.
like a drawing of Tom Selleck.
Now, what you're looking at right now is
I don't think Tom Selleck is that muscly, but
is a character from the Amazon Prime television show Invincible.
okay.
So the
Like that
concept
movie?
is so
That football.
it's a TV show.
I mean, he doesn't
TV
look
show.
anything
Wasn't
like the Invincible.
Wasn't there a football movie called Invincible?
Yes, Invincible starring Mark Wahlberg, who tries out for
the
Philadelphia
Eagles.
Eagles,
Yeah.
even though he is well past his prime, but he makes it in.
Mark Wahlberg.
But we're not talking about Mark Wahlberg and how racist he is / was.
Wahlberg's
We're
a
talking
racist?
about
We'll talk about that.
we're talking about Omni-Man. So
Okay.
the whole trope of
If we must.
So the whole trope behind evil Superman is what if we all know Superman, right? We all know Superman, but what if Superman was kind of a dick? We got the evil Superman is actually like a trope that's in quite a few movies and TV shows. Omni-Man is basically Superman, but the thing is, Superman is he's sent to Earth to enslave and destroy it, basically.
He
That
could
guy?
probably do it.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's got great
He's got the
quads.
mustache.
Tom Selleck,
He's
yeah.
got the mustache. Yeah, no.
He's not skipping leg day.
He is
I'm skipping any day.
he is voiced by
Tom Selleck.
no, it's not Tom Selleck, but it's
It
the voice
looks
of
like
Tom Hanks.
J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
I don't know who that is.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
I can't
Tom and Jerry.
come up with the actors.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Name Jerry Maguire.
But
Mark McGuire.
Tom Cruise.
think, Mark, think.
Penelope Cruz.
What will you have in 500 years? What will you have? Everyone you know and love will be long and dead. What will you have?
They're going to be both dead and long?
I'll have you, Dad. And no. So he comes to Earth and he has a kid and he's raising that kid to just like take over Earth. Like there's this.
So the mom's not in the picture?
The mom is in the picture. All right.
Is she into it?
But as no, she doesn't know jack squat about jack squat. According to Omni-Man, Invincible's mom is basically like a pet to him. I love her, but she's more like a pet.
Well, that's not healthy.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, it's a show on Amazon Prime, and the trope is about, like, if superheroes were more realistic. As
That
opposed to...
Then they would just be people. They wouldn't have powers.
Calm down, Tom.
I think I'm being pretty fucking calm.
You seem calm to me.
It's like if people had these superpowers in real life, how would they act? They would act corrupt. They would act aggressive.
Yeah. What are we seeing there?
Is that Scarecrow?
This is from the movie, the 2019 movie Brightburn,
Looks like Scarecrow.
which is almost the same exact story as Superman, except this species of alien superhuman people
Has found a way to turn Chuck Taylors into headwear. Do you see it?
Kinda. I'm more thinking like a knit glove. You know, like your grandma would make that for you.
Yeah.
I think of like a boxing glove.
But
when
then
I
it
look
does
at
kind
that.
of look like a boxing glove
Yeah,
because, you know,
that's
he's
what
got
it
the
does look
tied
like
up
a
thing.
boxing
But the premise of Brightburn, it starts off by
Is he wearing a Letterman's jacket right there? He's got kind of a cool look.
It's a cool look.
he's got a nice fit.
He's like
Dripping with Riz.
He's like-
Dripping with Riz, the glizzy god
he's like,
himself.
I feel like this character is saying like, Mom, you don't understand the music I listen to.
Yeah, he's like wants to try out for Slipknot. And he's trying to convince her to take him to band practice.
So,
But they really need a guitar player.
so the premise of the movie Brightburn is basically the same as Superman, but the difference is in the beginning of the film, he's a kid. This is a kid.
Yeah, I think
And he's in
picked up on that.
like some
he a
biology. He's in some class and he's talking about like wasp or
Did
something.
he get bit by a spider?
No, he
They
did not.
already did
He
that,
most certainly did not. I know for a fact he did not.
He
But
might have.
But in the beginning of the movie, they're
Or
talking
maybe got
about.
stung by
A lot of
wasp.
people have been bitten by spiders or stung by wasps.
So
a
they're
mosquito, maybe.
So they're talking about. Jesus fucking Christ! They're talking. They're talking about wasps, and the kid says.
Do you mean
they're-
white Anglo-Saxon Protestants? No.
So they're talking. So in the beginning of the movie, they are talking about wasps, and the kid says that there is a species of wasps that infiltrate bee colonies. And
Murder hornets.
they have like regular bees raise their offspring and whatnot, which is symbolism for this alien species, like being raised by regular humans. Brightburn, this movie is an excellent example of what if Superman was evil? What if Superman was a fucking dick? Because he goes on a murderous rampage. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I like that concept.
But there is one instance of what if superheroes were real that does it best. What, Tom? What?
But isn't a superhero who is a dick just a super villain? Like, we've already had those.
Anthony Starr.
You're just going to ignore my input? Because I think
I'm going to answer it with Anthony Starr.
Oh, okay.
Who's that guy?
Anthony
looks like he's
Starr
ready
is
to
the
party.
actor who plays Homelander in the TV series The Boys.
Oh, these guys are the boys, are.
I have a question.
Is that
Yes.
James Vanderbeek back there?
It does kind of look like him.
Yeah, Dawson? How'd you get in that show?
That's Anthony Starr, guys. That's Tom. Question.
So if these superheroes are just normal people, why don't they just wear normal clothes? They would still have the powers. Why do they have to get dressed up in this wacky garb?
You see, what I'm about
It's
to
almost like when Jay goes to ride his bicycle.
That's different, Tom.
So, in this specific iteration of what if Superman was a dick, this honestly plays it best because this is from The Boys, the TV show The Boys. So, superheroes, they exist. They have superhuman powers. You have A-Train, who is super fast.
Oh, he runs fast.
You have Homelander, who is basically Superman.
He doesn't. He stays home.
He's got laser eyes. He can
hop.
He can fly.
And he's got psychoptic power.
He's got not psychotic power, but like super strength. But he's the thing.
He's got a bunch of stuff, and that other guy can just run fast.
A-Train.
And this guy can do like 5 things.
A-Train. He can run real fast.
Take the A-Train.
R.I.P. Robin.
Are you talking about Batman?
No, A-Train. Just like this is Robin, and I'm A-Train.
Oh, he just ran right through him, huh?
Blood splatter everywhere.
Really blew him up. Oh, that's
Sounds like, what was that? Dash from The Incredibles.
I don't think Dash from The Incredibles ran through anyone.
Yet.
Okay, I really... In the last week, I've watched The Incredibles,
Do you ever
and
feel-
Dash did not do that.
Do you ever question your own goodness, maybe, or morality, or ability to perceive things when you watch The Incredibles, and you're like, God, that cartoon mom is like really hot.
She's smoking.
You know? Yeah. Doesn't that make you feel weird when there's like hot cartoons?
Like Jasmine.
Or let us not forget Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit was cute.
So, like I previously said, I did recently watch the motion picture movie, The Incredibles, and the mom
she's
from
hot.
that movie. Why is she so bad? They knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
they knew exactly what they were doing when she's stuck in those doors. And her
oh my God, it's the little stepson needs to help her get unstuck.
The butt is just out there.
I will tell you,
body. She's looking at herself and looking at her ass as a reference to like the Peter Pan from way back in the day.
She's the smoke.
Yeah. I will tell you, I straight up fell in love with a cartoon. Have you ever seen the movie Brave, I think it was called? With that like
recently?
There's like, I think it's a moderately new Disney Pixar movie, and there's like a cartoon. Yeah, she's like Scottish. She's like a Scottish. She's like super confident, powerful, big giant head of red hair. Man, I fell in love with that cartoon.
What about the Frozen chicks?
They're pretty cool.
They're kind of young.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
They're good at singing.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the actress who
Jasmine is your type.
100%.
All right. Oh yeah,
I don't
she's
know.
wearing that kind of flowy.
I don't know if she's my type, but I think she's like definitely
Jasmine?
the prettiest of all the Disney.
She was very
Pocahontas though too. Though
you know who's my number one? You know who's my
Ariel?
Everybody says Ariel, and I don't think like Ariel's cute. But
you know who's my number
favorite.
one? Can you guys guess who my number
Cinderella?
one is?
Bambi.
Lady from Lady and the
From
Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp.
Maid Mary. Is it a Disney movie?
I had a real thing for
Yeah.
It is a Disney movie? Okay, animated though, right?
Yeah.
Robbie's favorite
Think
animated.
about me. Think about who I'm with, and then think about
Mulan. What's her name? Is that her name?
So Anthony Starr. He is such.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is
Mulan.
that the name
It's
of the
Mulan.
character, or is that the name of the movie?
My old lady is Asian.
I know you mentioned that
Nala.
quite frequently. But is that the name of the movie? Is that the name? Is that the name of the character?
Nala's bad?
Or just the name of
Bad,
the movie?
as in BADD.
Oh,
So I'm gonna write this down right now.
Damn, that line-
Episode 9. I wrote down P instead of 9 because I fucked up.
That's a weird mistake.
Cartoon
hotness.
baddies.
I bet you people would tune in for that one.
Yeah,
Have you
next week.
Have you ever seen the Rats of Nim?
Miss Frizz?
Miss Frizz? I had a real thing for Miss Frizz from the Rats
Well,
of
that
Nim.
shawl that you wore.
The magic school
know.
bus. The magic school bus.
Well, Miss Frizzle, not so much.
Miss Frizzle.
But
oh
that
my
rat
god.
woman from the Rats of Nim.
Oh my god.
I had a real thing for Miss
So
Frizz.
Anthony, mother freaking star.
And also Tanya, the mouse from An American Tale.
Oh.
I had a thing for her too
In the
when
first
I was
one?
a kid. I think so.
A whole... No, that's not...
No,
what
there
was the one?
are no cats in America.
No, but then what was the one, like, the star, you know, when you're looking up at the sky, you remember when they're singing? Because they're apart?
Yeah, yes.
What the fuck is
but I
that
don't
song?
remember the song.
Dude, it's like, when I wish upon... No.
No, that wasn't it.
No. What is the thing?
You know, you gave me this little burn right here, dude, the other day.
I did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You swung a burger on a hot spatula, and I was like plating something else, and it was like
Really?
right into my hand.
I didn't even know that.
I know. It's only a tiny burn.
Dude, what is the fucking...
I don't know. I remember very little about that movie. I remember that
I just
there are
remember
no
they
Cats
made
in
the
America
Trojan
songs.
horse mouse thing at the end, shooting off the
Oh
fireworks. and
yeah,
stuff
that
like
thing was scary.
Yeah, because they had it in the parade.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Dude, that was a bang. I actually saw that movie in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how old I am.
I saw. What did I see in the theater? I saw Free Willy in the theater.
Free Willy, when he breaches the
He jumps
end
over the
mast,
thing
whatever.
with the kid at the end.
Yeah, and he's right underneath him, which
Yeah.
would be absolutely terrible.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
I think there was some TV show that made a joke about that later on, where it just like crushed him.
But Anthony Starr portraying Homelander in the TV show The Boys. Hey, Bird, you okay?
Yeah, buddy, I was just so excited about everything
So I
that's
just
happening.
want to leave off on this this subject. No, Homelander. He is basically Superman if he had like a horrible ego problem / mommy issues / addicted to breast milk.
What?
Yeah. So think of
I wasn't expecting that.
So think of Superman, except
Drinking-
for it's like no, he's
Except
not.
he's drinking breast milk.
He's not born on a alien planet, brought here as that planet's last savior. No, he is made up in a lab, built as a product to be this savior of America. He is a symbol of American integrity, but he is just fucking bad.
That sounds about right.
No, he really does have an addiction to like breast milk.
Breast milk.
Yeah, like
One time
he had someone who he was attached to who was at the time breastfeeding, and she eventually died in the series. Spoiler alert. And at a certain point, he got a hold of like the last vestiges of
Good word, Robbie.
said breast milk, and he's just
word.
like
he drank the breast milk.
he fucking.
That's an upsetting image.
You gotta watch it. It's a really good show. It's funny. It's dark. It's violent. It's good. The Boys
I like all
on
this.
Amazon.
A lot of people have
Prime.
recommended. A lot of people have recommended this TV show to me, but
Really?
I see fucking superheroes and I go,
It's
no,
not your.
Like,
That's
I've never seen a Marvel movie.
me neither.
Like
Maybe I have.
I mean, yeah, sure. Like on TV.
I'm physically separating myself from you guys.
No, but I've never.
It's
and
not
I'm-
my thing, and I'm not like casting aspersions. Like people love what they love. That's cool. I like it when people love stuff, but it's just like not my thing.
I mean, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire might be the closest thing to the Marvel
I
universe that I've
think I
ever
saw
got.
that.
That's not even.
I saw the
MCU.
Guardians.
That's what I'm
Okay?
saying,
That's-
dude.
I mean, technically, after Spider-Man: No Way Home, it
Became the
kind
Marvel.
of, in a sense, in a way, became canonical.
Is
Ooh, canonical.
canonical. We had
Canonical,
a conversation about that
yeah.
word the other day.
Canonical means it is,
A part of the canon.
yeah, and the canon is
C-A-N-O-N. originally it was a religious word. It comes from religious texts. Like some people would be like, okay, so like the fucking like all that crap that what's his name Joseph so and so wrote about like Mormonism and like the Church of Latter-day Saints and stuff. Like the Catholic Church would be like, that's not a part of the actual books that our religion is based on. Joseph, it was like Joseph Smith or something like that.
I feel like that lady's really pretty.
But anyway, the canon is that lady is really pretty. But the canon is like the accepted books that make up the like lore or basis
the legitimate lore as opposed
system of
to
beliefs. It started as, and then that term got applied to other things like fancy people in wacky colored jumpsuits flying around.
But I want to bring it back to this character, Homelander. Like I haven't talked much about like Omni-Man or Brightburn, but I really want to talk about Homelander.
What is
Pies and thighs?
Pies and thighs. So
what would you? Oh, it would
so
be like
pies and thighs.
Fried chicken place. with
fried
pies.
chicken and pie.
Yeah, and they would have thick.
Or what if it was like that? How like in the UK they do a lot of meat pies. What if it was like a chicken pot pie?
But what about a
like a thigh pie?
Thigh pie.
But I wouldn't Google that.
All right.
Images.
But what I really want to point out about the character
We're just not letting you do that.
Homelander. No, seriously, you
He's
guys.
my homeboy.
He is such a good actor. Anthony Starr plays Homelander. He is such a good actor, and the character is so fucking well portrayed. He is Superman, but he's got fucking ego issues. I'm the Homelander. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Sounds like an
I
asshole.
can
Yeah.
laser beam you with my eyes and you're dead. No one can tell me otherwise. He is the premise of like straight white male privilege, but with superpowers. And it's fucking rad because he portrays such a good bad guy. Like he is like on the upper echelon of like TV show and movie villains.
Really?
He is.
I mean, I believe you.
I'd put him up there with Thanos. I'd put him up there with Darth fucking Vader, dude.
Wow, that's lofty praise.
He portrays a bad guy so goddamn well.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is just.
He kind of looks like a jerk.
Yeah, no, he is this character who thinks he is basically the closest thing to fucking God. He is America's blessing.
Mm.
He is the Homelander. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, and nobody can tell him otherwise. When in reality, he is just product. He is I can't think of the name of the shit, but yeah, no. He is he was just made in a fucking lab. And the premise of the show is that all these superheroes exist, like A-Train, who's basically just the Flash, and the Homelander, and then you got Black Noir, and all these characters exist, but they are just made to make movies and promote products. They're not real superheroes. So they say like, so when one of the characters, so they got the Seven, which is basically the Justice League, or the Avengers, the Seven, which is Homelander, Queen Maeve, a whole bunch of other crazy cats.
You got 2 out of the 7.
Okay, well, if you're counting,
I was.
we got Homelander, Queen Maeve, the Lampfire.
Lampfire?
I could
He's
be
making these up.
I know the character, I just don't know the name for exact.
We're at like over an hour and a half on this one so far.
We can't be. There's no way we're on an hour and a half. How long is 88 minutes?
Hour and 20 minutes.
Hour and 28.
Minutes. Hour and a half.
So they basically have their own Justice League. But when they come together, they're talking about, they're pirating our movies. We're losing all this much money on because these motherfuckers are pirating our movies. As opposed to, hey, there are actual fucking problems in the world like terrorists and shit.
Yeah.
They're more concerned about money, monetary gain, and shit like that.
There are real people.
I'm talking about the movie.
So you're saying that they're
the TV show, The
using
Boys,
like fantasy kind of setting to skewer real life issues.
Yeah. There's
okay with that.
multiple things like that. Like there's a character called I don't fucking remember, but she's basically there's a character that's basically a Nazi who was
I hate those.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing that I love about Homelander as a character. He's a piece of shit. He's egotistical,
But
he's not racist.
Oh, that's good.
well, there's an
Yeah.
go.
Because you got this character who's just like, oh, fuck you, yellow scum, just blowing shit up. And she's a racist piece of shit,
The
Nazi.
girl is
Yeah.
racist Nazi.
This
Girls
female,
can be racist.
she's got superpowers.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
She's got... But no, and that she at one point she's like, and then we'll return the white power, and she's and Homelander's like, what the fuck? No, my power, not white power, my power. I am all powerful. Who gives a fuck about race?
Huh.
But no, Anthony Starr. The thing about Anthony Starr is he really portrays that villainous, like he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy, and he does it so well, and that's why I put him up next to James Earl Jones as the voice of Darth Vader. Or,
What about Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter?
yeah, I'll put him up there. Like, that's honestly...
I like what you did there.
Yeah, that's honestly the closest comparison.
I doubt it.
Oh, he's just... watch The Boys.
It was such a towering
Watch it.
performance.
Hannibal.
Oh, well, watch
When
The
you,
Boys.
Rape that guy
When he's-
thing to sell
yeah.
that.
When he's like,
crazy.
nice Chianti.
Disemboweled crucifixion. Yeah.
And then watch Anthony Starr suck up the last bits of breast milk.
You guys stop talking about that. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, it's weird because he's a weird character because he doesn't know what a mother's love is like, so therefore he's connected to this
There's
idea.
depth of character, you're saying.
Weird.
He was never breastfed as a child. Maybe that's the fucking lesson of today's podcast. Breastfeed your kids. Don't use formula. That's the thing.
Unless
That's
you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, you're a good mom.
You're
It's just
all
hard
good
sometimes.
moms out there.
Do your best.
If you're listening to this podcast, God knows you have to be a great mom.
Make your kids listen to this. Make your little fucking kids listen to this.
And with that note, I think we are signing off.
We simply must.
And for What's the Haps, I am Munch Lex Tax, aka Robbie Dop 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 Dop. Joining me is Tom.
Hello, Mud, I believe you can find me as on the internet.
And Jay.
I'm just going to say goodnight.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite portion of today's podcast.